guys, Keto for Real Life people here, and I am ready to go. I don't want to wait 9 more minutes, and I see that there are already people waiting. I just want to title this Be My Valentine. I really promised you guys that I would try to come through with something that you could make at home when you feel like having something sweet. You might want to do this for a special occasion. You might just want to have this so that you feel decadent. You might want this just because you don't want to buy something that has maltitol in it and will make you terribly upset in the tummy area. But let's talk ingredients, guys. This looks super fancy. I posted a picture of my box of chocolates and everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're such a confectioner. You should sell those. But let me tell you, invest in some good candy molds. I've got quite a collection. I've gone through them, and I think there's a video somewhere around here with me talking about all my candy molds or silicone molds. So I just want to show you what I've got. And it's got chocolate on it, but I didn't wash it because I don't want it to be all damp. When you're working with chocolate, you need to make sure there is water, zero water anywhere present. So this is what I used to make my chocolates today. I had a few ideas on what I wanted to make or how I wanted it to be, but I wanted a chocolate that had chocolate on the outside and strawberry cream on the inside. I'm also using Keto Chow because this is 28 days of Keto Chow, and some way, somehow, some fashion, I'm using Keto Chow not only for meal replacement shakes, but I'm also using it to make, savory soups, casseroles, and sweet. So today it's the sweet, and I'm using this wonderful little Wilton, I always say Wilson, but it's Wilton, chocolate mold. I got it at Walmart, but sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. I did look this up. It's on Amazon. I shared a link in the description box for my Amazon department store. Just go down to, I think it's the department where there's keto equipment, and I've got all kinds of molds and stuff that I have, and I put them on there. So if you want to get this, as a matter of fact, y'all, I think that I would invest in at least 2 more. I think I paid like $5 at Walmart for this. But if I had 2 or 3 of them, I could make short work instead of working in small batch. Just a thought. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is, the quantity that you get. With this being a traditional size bonbon or truffle, and these squares are rectangles, I should say, are rather large. You're going to get less servings. You're going to get at least 10 bonbons. You could possibly, I know, get 12 because I made 2 prototypes before I did this. All right, so at least a dozen. Now, on the other hand, if you wanted to use a smaller mold, and you'll see this has got some chocolate in it, and it's going to have some more chocolate in a minute, you could do very small versions, like a thin layer with a thin bar of ribbon of strawberry. So it varies. The smaller, obviously, the more servings you're going to get, but we'll get into that. Let's talk ingredients real quick. And pardon me, I just have an itchy nose. So this recipe comes in 2 parts. You make the strawberry cream up, and then you make your chocolate up, and then it's just a matter of assembly. So I think what we're going to do is give me a second and we'll get started. There we go. Well, while that was playing, I was opening my microwave because you're going to need a microwave for this. All right. So for the strawberry cream, you guys, it's super simple. And I'm just going to show you. Get a glass bowl out. Make sure it's microwave proof. All right. You want your butter to be room temperature and soft. And you're going to do a 1/2 stick or 4 tablespoons. And you're just going to plop that down in there. And then to it, you're going to add a 1/4 cup, which is also 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, you could just scrape it and fill up your little thing here. I've got this giant, size. And just use your spatula. Make sure you squish it down in there and then level it off. Just like that. And plop that down into your bowl and take off. This is so simple, you guys. So it was a lot easier once I had the flavor profile right and I got this thing down. It's a piece of cake. Getting to that part was not as easy, let me tell you. My first batch touched my tongue and I spit it into the trash. That's how terrible it was. So we have the fat. That's a lot of fat. That's like a stick of fat. So know that it is a good fat bomb. ChocZero strawberry syrup. Very, very important. I know people are going to ask me, well, can you use something? No, you cannot. This is you have to have this because I thought about it. I mean, I suppose you could do like a vanilla flavored ChocZero, but the thing with ChocZero is it has a viscosity, a thickness to it that resembles corn syrup. A lot of companies, a lot of confectioners use corn syrup or high fructose corn syrup to make very, shelf stable or that creamy texture, consistency to make their creams. And the first batch I tried to do without anything like that. And again, I told you it was just terrible. So get this. I shared a link for ChocZero. It is in the description box below. And I'm going to just let this drip. You're going to do a 1/4 cup of this as well. So it's pretty simple so far. 1/4 cup butter, 1/4 cup coconut oil, 1/4 cup, and we're just going to make it with this syrup here. I was right down to the wire. If I had not messed up my first batch, maybe. Well, no, I didn't use this one in my first batch, but perfectly perfect. I have a 1/4 cup of this syrup, and it is going to also plop right down into your glass dish. Okay, and I scrape it out. You want every little bit of that syrup right there, and set that aside. Now to the Strawberry Keto Chow. It's got the good strawberry flavor, plus this adds a little element of salt to it, which you would think would be like, but no, it's really actually very tasty. And we're doing 4 tablespoons. So again, it comes into probably a 1/4 cup, but I like measuring out 4 tablespoons because it's easier to just pop that right into there, just like so. I also shared a link for the Keto Chow strawberry. I mean, it's a direct link straight to the strawberry packs, right? Now you're going to get your whisk, and you're just going to take this and give it all a stir. Oh, let's not forget 2 tablespoons. Here's where it gets a little different. 2 tablespoons of powdered erythritol. It does need just a little kick to bring you up to that candy level sweetness. I tasted it without it, and it was pretty good. Now, when you mix this, I like to just blend it, and it gets very thick, but it's grainy. Even with the powdered erythritol, it's just grainy, granular. The consistency is not right, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to heat this up. But we'll get to that point. So you give it a good mix. I'm gonna just use my fingers, folks. I'm a finger kind of cook. I don't mind putting my hands in my food or anything like that. There we go. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to be kind of locked in this week because of the weather. I know we are going to be hunkering down. Get in your kitchen. Try this. There we go. Get your sides. It doesn't have to be perfectly perfect, but you just want to make sure it all goes together. Then we're going to put it in the microwave for 1 minuto. I'm going to look at comments, by the way, afterwards. I just want to stay focused for the sake of staying focused, because God knows I never do. My husband says this tastes like strawberry ice cream. So 1 minute, right there. And I'll tell you, we're going to move on. Once we get that together, then we're going to move on to the chocolate. But this is the way you want to have your setup. Have a small pan or just a cookie sheet and put your molds on that, because when you start pouring chocolate, it can get kind of messy. Maybe you're not a messy person. I'm a messy person, so this works. And another really cool trick is something to scrape and flatten and get the excess off your mold. Look what I have, y'all. It's a blank Walmart card. These are my favorite this is a favorite little tool. Just a little tip for you. You don't have to pay for them, or if you do, it's only a penny. I just scraped some chocolate on there. They make great scrapers, and they're great for getting off nonstick stuff. My daughter Elizabeth gave me the idea, and I love it. It's perfectly perfect. All right, so let's get this out. And I want to show you guys, it looks god awful. It's bubbly. Really, shush. It's bubbly. You can see the milk fats on top of it. It's runny, and you think, oh, good Lord, how can that even work? But trust the process. You're just going to keep stirring this. And as you stir it, you're going to see it and watch a little magic happen. It's beautiful. Just keep on going until there's no liquid left, no fat. It'll just kind of all work into the Keto Chow powder. And it just starts looking absolutely thick, creamy, smooth. It smells delicious. And it is so good. I swear, I thank you, Lord, just because I don't know how my brain was able to put this together. Honestly. It took a couple of days, but it did finally come together. And now we have this ribbony cream that is ready to rock and roll. Save a step while you're at it. Now I have a pint glass or a 12-ounce beer pint glass. Get a baggie or a freezer bag. I still have cream. You can see how much I still have left over from my first batch. So again, you could make quite a bit. I already made 12. So I gotta realize here, I already have one end cut off. But what you want to do is just take your baggie, and I'm just going to add to this. All right, but you would take a clean baggie, pop it down into a glass or a cup, and just plop it into. You could use a piping bag as well with a small fitted tip. A round tip usually works best, but any point tip will be fine. And I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to make sure every little dab is in there. It is just warm. It's not hot. It's not going to melt your baggie. And then just let the air out. I kind of squeeze it out and then seal it. Now, I already have a tip cut so that I can pipe this. This is how it's going to work. Super, super simple. I'm going to pinch that and lay it to the side because I'm going to use that technique again for the chocolate. All right, so I'm going to set my glass aside. I'm going to rinse my hands off because now it's sticky and dry. Now we move on to the chocolate. Now, I will tell you there is an optional item here. I'm adding it because I think it makes all the difference in the world, okay? So these, I used Lily's semi-sweet. I think it was the semi-sweet or milk chocolate chips. If you want, you can use the dark chocolate. It's totally up to you. I don't think it makes a difference. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it, but I really don't think it makes a difference. I know on the nutrition label it doesn't. So I prefer the milk chocolate or the semi-sweet. So we've got 3/4 of a cup right here, or 145 grams. Don't ask me why I know that, but that's what it is. No, 135. To this, we are going to, why should I dirty that? Yeah, just a little powdered sugar. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. That's going to allow this to pour easier. It's going to let it mold, but it'll also help reharden it. So I got 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I think if you try to melt this chocolate down without that, it could seize on you, number 1, and then it would just be a little too thick. Number 2. And then what good do you have? So 1 minute in the microwave for this as well. Just like that. going to show you what I did earlier. This, y'all, is just a big old bag of chicken. It is frozen solid, but I have a use for this. I'm going to show you a little thing I did earlier, and I don't know where it came from. My brain said just do it, so I did. It's going to help cool our chocolate down so we can keep working and make a huge difference. I guess this is a dead soldier. So I'm going to have to reorder. I am getting really low on my ChocZero. This strawberry is delicious, by the way. It is so good. Another baggie. I'm just using the sandwich baggie. It's not even really, you're not going to need a whole bunch, but just, again, flip it out, poke it down just like that because it makes it easy to pour in there, okay? I'll set that to the side. Now, we get this out. I don't think I need a big one. And we're just going to stir this until it's smooth. Now, I smell this, it smells a little dark. Be careful, check it, if you get down to the last 15 seconds. But for purposes, it's about a minute for the 3/4 cup. And I'm just stirring and stirring until I have all the little chocolate chips. They'll continue to melt in here. I ran out of lilies, so this is actually the Bake Believe from Walmart. Not my preference, but I cannot get lilies in our town except for one store, and they're closed on the weekends. So tell my husband, I said, just try to get Bake Believe because the Hershey's sugar-free chocolate chips, I used those one time. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yeah, talk about disaster pants. All right, so we have this all melted. Here's my little secret. All right, so y'all, this is Sweet Leaf. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that right there. I got this at my granary. It is the Sweet Drops by Sweet Leaf. It's stevia, and the flavor is chocolate raspberry. You don't have to have it. You don't. But I'm telling you, if you can, elevate this to the next level because now you're going to take your chocolate and you're going to get some more berry flavor in there, and it makes the difference. I mean, the chocolate is obviously going to get lost in chocolate, but that raspberry that comes through, oh my goodness. So I just did this. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 little drops. This stuff lasts forever, and I use it to flavor all sorts of things. Give this another little whisk. No need to add vanilla because I just put raspberry, right? So that was my replacement. I would say that if you are not using those drops, okay, then go ahead and put just like a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. That would be my guesstimate. I'm not, I didn't put the recipe together that way, but I'm just saying. Plus, I am adding just a little bit more sweetness to this chocolate by putting those drops in there. So something else to consider. Now then, it's still quite warm. Chocolate gets really hot and it holds its heat. So I am going to pour it into this baggie. It's not boiling by any means, but I'm going to pour it in this baggie. And then I'm going to temper it a little bit. I'm going to cool it down. And of course I dripped and I dropped. Do this. So here's how I did it. I can't wait to see your comments below. You probably think I'm absolutely nuts here, but seal the bag. Kind of let the air out as much as you can, and then seal it off. And then get you some frozen meat and lay your bag flat. It automatically starts cooling down on that chicken. The chocolate is protected from moisture, but I just kind of massaged my bag. This is how I did it. And it's not going to thaw your food out but it does. You want to cool this down. You don't want it to be, it'll thicken a little. It'll thicken to this workable level. Whereas right now it's too hot and runny. You could obviously, if you didn't feel like doing this, you could just let it cool, set and let it cool for a little bit. You know, when you make chocolate ganache, that's one of those things too. You end up heating in the chocolate and the cream and melting it all down, and it's very liquidy. But when it cools, it thickens, and then you whip it, and it's very spreadable. And that's how you get a spreadable ganache, okay? Or you can heat it and drizzle it. So again, it comes with the cool down process. So this is just me and my chicken. I can feel like it's warm up at the top, so I'm just like, here, cool down. You can just let it sit for a second. Be a happy little bag of chocolate. But it doesn't take long. It's, you know, this is probably the longest part of all of it. It's just tempering your chocolate a little bit. And it feels kind of nice. It's kind of relaxing. Ooh. It's cooler and cooler. The bag is just cooling down really fast. You could just plop it in the freezer too, just to cool it. But make sure that if you do something like that, that there's no way any moisture can get to your chocolate. Moisture is like kryptonite to chocolate. It will seize it. It will make it fall apart and break apart and get grainy and yucky, and you don't want that. So this is just it. Okay, I think it's right about ready right now. I think it's going to work. I think so. This is just fun. All right. Once your chocolate is tempered and cooled down, you can use a piping bag, like I said. But why do that when you don't need to? That's just my way of thinking about it, right? We have enough mess to clean up as it is. Speaking of which, I'm putting that away because I don't need it. Why have it out? All right, now we get to assembly, y'all. And so what I do is I just get all my chocolate. You're going to work quickly. And you're going to need your chocolate bowl, so don't put it in the sink or anything, all right? Have it ready. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip the tip of my chocolate bag. Just a tiny, teeny, tiny portion of it off. And then I'm going to just let this fill each one. And it doesn't have to be overflowing, just right close to the top. This bag trick makes it so much easier. And you're like, wow, that worked out just right. But wait, there's more. All right, so now then, I'm going to set this over here, hang it on that glass. So what you're going to do now is, because it's full of chocolate, you see, we're very close to being full. Some of them are all the way full. But all you need to do is take it now and dump it back into the bowl. Just dump it. Just dump it right back. This is what I did. I don't know if this is the method. It's my method. Okay? And now you can take your little Walmart scraper and just get some of that excess off. And it is the messy phase of this. Now you are going to quickly take and squeeze just a little line of this strawberry cream into each one, just like that. Oop. I got a mess here because I got some cool cream mixed with some warm cream. And we're just going to run a little bar into each one. And you only need a little dollop, y'all, because you're going to be covering this back up with the chocolate. So just back in there. And you want to leave room for this to have more chocolate on top. Just a little around there. I hope you guys can see this because I can't tell if you can or not. And you can quickly check it to see. All right, now you can see I have a lot of this strawberry cream. I should have kind of squeezed it all together because I had cooler and warmer. There we go. It'll work. All right, now we're back to the chocolate. So now I have it in the bowl. All I have to do is fill up the tops again. Right here. And these molds, y'all, they have a beautiful engraving in the bottom of them. So when you pop them out, they look like you did the work. You could easily, if you wanted to elevate this another notch, You could definitely do that. You could definitely, do a white chocolate drizzle or any color. You could add a little sea salt at the bottom before you start. And basically, this is how you do. This is how you do it. Okay. So see, voila, voila, voila. Now, I've got my little handy dandy Walmart card, and I'm just gonna run it across just like that. And now that I have it, I've got one that's not quite. I'm going to grab my little red spatula here. And I'm going to scrape this chocolate. I'm going to go ahead and fill this one off so that it does have its own little cap. The rectangle ones got a little shy. There we go. And there you go. That's 10 bonbons right there, you guys. And then you just find a spot. You can put it in your freezer, which I like to do. Oh, I got my chicken in the way here. And put it in here nice and flat. 20, 30 minutes. You can just pop them right out. They just pop out. I didn't have to spray it with anything. I didn't have to do anything with it. And when I did pop them out, you guys, this is what I ended up with. Now, I did share with Elizabeth and Harvey. They came over. And you can see that my little Valentine's Day treats have already been gotten into. And what's Valentine's about? It's about love and sharing. If I could share with you guys, I would. So this is what it's like. You can see that, and I can't tell if you can tell, but you can see that it's encapsulated very nicely with chocolate. If you let them sit out at room temperature, they're just like having a Russell Stover or a Wilton chocolate. Is it Wilton or Wilson chocolate? It's creamy, it's soft, it's chocolatey, it's strawberry. It's so delicious. Now, if it warms up, these will melt, so you can just put a lid on them and stick them back in the fridge and just keep them cool. And then let them come out and set whenever you want. You could do this, guys. Like I said, here's the size of the bonbon or the truffle, if you want to call it that, It is a very, very good size. But it melts quickly in my fingers because they have been sitting out. These are the rectangles, and you can see they're quite man, they're generous. That's like 2 servings to me. But I'm going to bite this one. And it has been sitting out, so I can feel the chocolate shell melting in my fingers quickly. Isn't that what chocolate does? See? Yum. I know you can take, I know that like if you were to take and mold chocolate, you could fill them up, set them in the refrigerator, let them start cooling down, and then dump them out if you want, and then fill them up if you want to be super precise. But frankly, y'all know I like instant results, okay? These are worthy of any candy shop. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna toot my own horn on this one, y'all. This is delicious. Delicious. And that's how fast it is. Now, like I said, any chocolate that you have left over, you could actually, just squeeze out of the bag here. I'm going to finish, making a mess is what I'm going to finish doing. I had a little bit of leftover chocolate, and so I'm just filling up little bitty, molds. That way you don't waste it. Also, what I can do is I can do a lot more cream. You're saying, well, Nancy, you sure have a lot of cream there, but I had it left over from earlier. And honestly, you could do more chocolate. But I was doing prototypes earlier, like messing around with the chocolate and trying to get things right. So I ended up with an imbalance. I think that you could definitely double your chocolate to match this. So maybe I'll adjust the recipe on the chocolate to 1.5 cups with 1/4 cup of that. No, I think we'll keep it 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. We'll just add 1 to it. I don't want it too oily. And get it balanced out. I mean, I just developed it, so there's always room to improve it and tweak on it, especially when it's brand new. You kind of learn right away what you can and cannot do. You could even take this cream, y'all, and you could I could easily just pipe them in and make little pink hearts. They don't have to have chocolate. I'm definitely going to consider doing that. I'm going to tell you right now, these little guys right here are going with me on a trip next week. So I'm just going to freeze them. And I have a friend's birthday party to go to next weekend, girls' weekend. And this is definitely going on my list of take it with me. All right. I'll finish doing that later. I'm going to take a look at the comments. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. I do have to move the laptop closer to me, though, because I cannot see anything. Let me move these. And let me. Because it is sticky and chocolatey and syrupy and all of that good stuff. There we go. Ta-da! All right, up we go. Let me move this so I don't get oil on here. And we will take a look at the comments. Can't believe how fast those came together. Wowzers. Looks yummy. Maybe do a tad strawberry on top instead of chocolate. Well, yeah, you could. Well, no. The cream is creamy. It's not a shell. It's not going to harden, whereas the chocolate will harden. You could probably take that and add more powdered erythritol if you wanted to, and kind of make it like an icing. If you wanted to pipe a tiny little flower or a rosebud on top, if you wanted to get really creative, you could. I wouldn't mind doing that, except for I'm just now developing it. I'm like, I got no time for that. But it would be a wonderful, beautiful little project to do. Yum, yum, yum. I could make them as a replacement for my Cadbury egg that I always had before keto. Definitely, Janice. And now let's talk about flavor profiles. So basically, we got the fat, and then I just added the corn syrup substitute is going to be key to this filling. So say I have caramel, for instance. All right. So I have caramel syrup, and I have salted caramel or chocolate toffee keto chow. All right, that's a chocolate peanut butter. It's endless. So I could use a caramel and a salted caramel and the butter and the powder, and I could turn around and make chocolate. Oh. You were calling me during my live. Hold on. Yeah, I'm live.
I'm sorry.
You're welcome, but I forgot to turn my phone off. That's my talented daughter over there. Did y'all see the beautiful unicorn cake that she made? Oh my gosh, she's got another one. That girl's popping them out today. I tell you what. So guys, I think that you could definitely do a chocolate salted caramel truffle. I wouldn't even mind doing it, except for now I'm out of so many different ingredients that we're going to have to do it. Orange, there's different flavors. I know I have banana. You could take a banana keto chow with a banana ChocZero. I think ChocZero and keto chow should get married. Because you could create a lot of flavors. If I had enough time, I could have created a box of variety flavors. It would have been awesome. Let's see. What would we use to make coconut cream filling? Oh, that one's easy. Now, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I definitely think I have a recipe, okay, for sweetened condensed milk. It's super easy. It is just almond milk and heavy cream and allulose and butter and vanilla, and you let it cook down, and you make your own sweetened condensed milk. To that, you would add your coconuts, and you could get an icky, sticky coconut filling, and definitely robe it in the chocolate or use the chocolate molds and make your own almond joys, your own Mounds bars. I have done some chocolate coconut. I think it was 2 Christmases ago. It's delicious, y'all. So maybe I should revisit this. This is my Be My Valentine chocolate gift to you guys, treat. But I would definitely like to gather some more things together, write a couple of profiles down, or even just try it and give it a go, because it would be wonderful to have an orange cream, a strawberry cream, a salted caramel cream. And that, now I will say, that will not be the same as caramel. But if you take my sweetened condensed milk, just FYI, and you let it cook too long, guess what? It turns into caramel sauce, chewy caramel, hard caramel. Just depends on how long you let it go. I love it. I haven't done sweets in a while, so this has got me all stoked. Okay. White chocolate with strawberry syrup. Yes, you could definitely do that. You could do a white chocolate versus this chocolate. You could alternate. It would be beautiful. You could take the white chocolate baker's chips, same principle, melt it down. You could flavor that with a little bit of this raspberry stevia or an extract if you like. I just like the drops. You're using very few, gives a nice added level of sweetness, plus it finishes off with a berry touch. But you could definitely do a white chocolate with that, and you could fill it with whatever filling you like. You know, so I think the possibilities are a lot. I mean, they're amazing. I wouldn't say limitless, but hey, there's a lot you could do. A lot of peanut butter, white chocolate peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter. You could do it, any of those flavors. Peaches and cream filling. Neener, yeah. I tell you what, I just got an email from Keto Chow saying they sent me a package. I did not order anything. I'm thinking that they are going to send me more peaches and cream because they just launched it. They did send in my Keto Club box for February. There were 2 peaches and cream in there, which it hadn't even been released. So that's one of the perks about being a club member on the Keto Chow Club. You get things before other people do. So that being said, I, as an ambassador for Keto Chow and an affiliate, I am going to receive my peaches and cream now. But all the people who were club members got it before even an affiliate or an ambassador. So how cool is that? Let's see here. A tad of strawberry. We got that one. And we so appreciate all the work you do to bring us wonderful recipes. Oh, thank you, Becca. They turned out adorable. Yum, so cute. Hello, hello. You make my day. God bless you. Thank you, Tony. Oh, my word. You are too funny, girl. You and your chicken hanging out in the kitchen. Loving on that chocolate. Hey, chicken and chocolate. Ain't nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, there's a dish called mole that is absolutely fabulous, and it's chocolate and a chocolate sauce and chicken, and it's one of my favorites. Rebecca says, I love your ingenuity. Thank you. Do you have Easter decorations out? No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I didn't even put out Valentine's Day stuff. I mean, basically, it's just husband and I at home. My daughter, who does live with us, she's going to be in a hotel probably for the week where she works because, the weather and whatnot, they're just keeping them here. We'll just keep you here to make sure you can be here. So, no. But my hubby did come home today from the store. One of my little tops came off. And I did receive these beautiful roses and a beautiful card. And it was amazing. And I got him cupcakes. I was like, but they were what do you call them? They were the craft. They were the artisan cupcakes. They weren't just your, regular bakery filled ones. I'll show you. They're beautiful, y'all. I would love. Oh, boy, he's been after them because my daughter Melissa had one, and so he's had 3. This one keeps wanting to do its thing on its side. So look, isn't that just a beauty? That is a beauty. It is a lemon-filled white chocolate curls with a lemon icing, with a lemon buttercream filling, with a little yellow rose on top. And, it's heavy and dense. There was strawberry ones with a little strawberry on top with pink icing. And then you got these big coconut bombs with the coconut cream inside. And then he hasn't given these ones a try yet, apparently. But this is the chocolate with cream cheese filling and chocolate curls and cream cheese frosting. So I got him that because he adores his sweets. And I have all the tips. I could definitely decorate those. It would be just getting the right recipe, the right filling, and quite honestly, that's a huge serving for keto. I mean, it'd be fun. You could have something like that and still eat it in 2 or 3 pieces, right? It just feels special. I think when we're keto, you guys, that's one of the things that we sometimes miss. You go to a birthday party or, a holiday like Valentine's Day, and everybody's getting boxes of chocolates, or there's a gorgeous birthday cake, and you just want to be part of that. And you just don't get the pretty special part of that. I think having a keto version like the creation today, or coming up with a beautiful cupcake like that, it's nice to have. That way when you want it, you can have it. All right. Let's see here. New comments. Linda, new member. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a KFRLP member. I appreciate it, Linda. Grammy, oh yes, love me some chicken mole. It's good. All right. I think we got it, guys. Debbie, Oliver, new member. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. I love it. I really do appreciate it. I think we can honestly say going forward that we're going to have to revisit this recipe, and we're going to have to do some, I might work in small batches and just create little batches of cream filling. You can easily do that, by the way. Let me just say this. So this was easily dividable. So that's a lot of filling. You could definitely cut this down by half, or even cut it in half again. When I came up with this recipe, I took a little bowl. I kid you not. This was my first success, was this tiny little bowl right here. It's just palm size. And I worked off of that with measurements and pen and paper. And then once I got that flavor with that little bowl, so I'm not wasting ingredients like I did the first batch, and I got it right, then I did the math, and we came up with this. So I could easily break that back down to the small batch, and I could do like a little bowl of, coconut cream, a little bowl of salted caramel, a little bowl of banana, a little bowl of orange, and we could definitely do some stuff with this. I'm going to have to come back and I'm going to have to write that down. Let's see here. Grammy D, oh, you're so welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I think, let's see. Let's see here. This is so cool. Hello, darling. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, that's it. Hey, we did pretty good. I've been talking longer than I've probably been, putting this together. I started it, 10 minutes early, so 30 minutes, and here we go. I mean, I bet you in the time that we've talked, I could check these, and yeah, sure enough, let me just see. Why, looky there, y'all. There you go. There, you just pop them right out. And I did not have to spray anything or coat these molds. That's what I like about them. I cannot stand having to spray these molds with coconut oil or something, because then they leave a yucky film. When it hardens, as it does, And these just flip right out. I was using this little red one to start because they were hearts, and I thought the hearts would be perfect, obviously, for Valentine's Day. But in the end, they were terribly stiff and did not want to pop out. So you just pop that out, and you got a nice cold tray, by the way. It's keeping them cold. And then you can just put your mold back together. All right, and pop it. I'm going to do it upside down here, else I'm going to get chocolate all over me. Okay, and I think this one, just do that. I'm still popping chocolate everywhere. All right, there we go. So look, you guys, here we go. They just popped right out. This one probably got just a little thin, but hey, they're homemade. And I think for homemade, they turned out pretty darn good. Look at there. I just want you to be able to really get up and just see those beauties. And I'll just add them to my little box here. Like I said, they're traveling. They're going to be going with me next week into my girls' weekend. So, yes, my girls will be like, oh, thank you. And I probably could put down just a little bit of parchment to keep these from, I'm going to flip it upside down like that. Yes, girl. It doesn't matter right now. All that matters is that I got them in there. Just use these little paper mini cupcake papers. I need some that are, there we go. Oops. I don't know if I can get these two in here or not. I can get that one down in there. There we go. Life is like a box of chocolates, y'all. It's a crazy box of chocolates. Oh, my goodness. Whatever. It's driving me nuts. I'm OCD when it comes to certain things. I still have one paper down there. But now look. They multiplied. Just like that, you guys. I've got chocolate all over my hands here. All right. I'm fixing to cut this off. I'm not going to be back on until Monday. Monday, we start back at it. Stay keto the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your keto chow if that's your thing. I've been doing a little bit of keto chow some way, some form. Tonight, I'm just making some pork chops for dinner. I think. I don't know. I might not. My husband did a frozen lasagna. Well, I did it for him. He ate it. So I don't know what we're doing. All I know is that tomorrow is just going to be a day off. And when we come back, we're going to do crackers. Some awesome crackers. If you liked chocolate, I think you're going to love the crackers. I like them more than I like the chocolate. Just because it's something I can enjoy on the daily. These to me are like a special treat. Enjoy them in moderation. Crackers are like a daily bread. Like I wouldn't have any problem at all having a few crackers and some guacamole or some spinach dip or some meat and cheese, whatever. And we're going to do some crackers on Monday. So thank you for becoming a member, my new members today. Thank you for the ones who already are. If you haven't considered it, if you think I bring value to the table, consider becoming a member. I appreciate y'all. Remember, fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and y'all keep it keto, and I'll see you Monday. Bye. Are y'all still there? Oh, oh my gosh. Hey, y'all. Are you still on here? I could have swore I hit end. Well,
I thought you did too, because the screen's so big.
well, now we're going to end it. No, I just went to close this out and I saw a light and I'm like, what? Hey, Stella. Hey, guys. Thank you and bye.